and widespread fraud. Both Canada and the U.S. have offered to be part of an international election observer team for the recount in that country. Swedish police say they are 98% certain they know who it is who set off 2 bombs in Stockholm Saturday night. The only person to die was the bomber himself. Police say the 28-year-old Iraqi-born Swedish citizen had been living in Britain since last night. British police have been searching his house, trying to learn more about the first terrorist attack of its kind in Sweden. Police say the man had explosives strapped to his body and in a backpack. Swedish police say the bomber sent a threatening email shortly before his death. 2 people were injured in the blast. To a financial storm that may be building, Canadians are taking on more debt than ever. StatsCan says the average household debt in this country is now nearly 1.5 times the disposable income. The governor of the Bank of Canada calls the trend worrying. The Bank of Canada says it leaves Canadians more susceptible to economic shocks and could put them in a financial squeeze. The bank is urging Canadians to make some tough choices and reduce their debt load. And tomorrow, a Senate Finance Committee will put in its 2 cents with the recommendation that Canada get rid of the penny.
What?
The Bank of Canada says the copper-plated coin has lost 95% of its purchasing power since 1908, when it was first produced in Canada. It now costs more to produce the penny, about 1.5 cents each, more than the coin's actual face value.
Okay.
People living in central and eastern Canada are dealing with some nasty weather tonight. Southwestern Ontario, authorities there have declared a state of emergency because a snowstorm has left hundreds stranded on roads around Sarnia. Our forecast on the west coast, a little less dramatic. Let's take a look at the current conditions right now. And there you see in Langford, the expected high for tomorrow, 10 degrees, and for tomorrow looking at showers. Crofton, Chemainus, high of 9 tomorrow, partly sunny with isolated showers. 40% chance of showers for Nanaimo tomorrow. And Bamfield, the expected high tomorrow, 8 with light rain, thunder and lightning and rain in Tofino with a high of 7. On the east coast of Vancouver Island, Courtenay, Comox, 7 degrees the high tomorrow, partly sunny with showers. And Campbell River, showers expected tomorrow, some snow and mixed rain in Gold River tomorrow with a high of 4. Clouds and showers for Sayward. On the mainland, high of 9 in Vancouver with a chance of showers. Partly sunny with a chance of flurries and rain for Whistler. 8 in Abbotsford, the expected high tomorrow with showers. Your 7-day extended outlook looks like this. Clouds and sunny periods in Victoria tomorrow, 40% chance of showers and windy. Rain, we're calling it showers, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Rain on Saturday, clouds, and a 70% chance of showers on Sunday. Stay with us, much more to come. Jordan is up next with sports. It's a festive atmosphere at Lambert Park, and for good reason. The Lions have reached lofty heights when it comes to high school basketball. Details from the hardwood next.
Technology. More technology.
Helps me to be a better driver.
My mirror tells me.
Someone's in my blind spot. There's sensors all over my car.
All around. Beep, beep, beep. My car senses other cars.
It automatically slows down.
Seatbelt is like, whoa.
I can use my voice to turn things on and off.
My car
Parallel parks and stuff.
How did you do that?
My eyes are on the road.
Hands are on the wheel.
That's safe driving.
You know, the stuff that you learn.
When you learn how to drive, you never learn to drive a car like this. Smarter cars make the difference. Ford, drive one.
Think a thick cream is the only way to firmer-looking skin? Challenge the need for such heavy measures with Olay. New Regenerist Microsculpting Serum for firmer-looking skin in 5 days. Pretty heavy lifting for such a lightweight. Olay Regenerist.
Buy 3 windows, get the 4th one free. And Van Al Windows covers the HST. Van Al Windows are built right here on Vancouver Island. We're the experts in manufacturing the right window for you and installing it on time. Guaranteed. Buy 3 windows, get the 4th one free. And Van Al Windows covers the HST. Van Al Windows has been in business since 1978, so you know we'll be here for you with service after the sale. Call the Van Al Window Factory showroom near you for your free estimate. But don't delay, this offer will end without notice. There's nothing more thrilling than giving great gifts and getting great deals. Like this Samsung digital camera for only $59.99 and a 46-inch 240Hz TV for only $699.99. Future Shop, exciting stuff.
This year for the holidays, I'm giving my mom better legs, my brother a tighter core, my sister a cuter butt, and my man a sexier me. I'm giving everybody Skechers shape-ups. Why? Because they really work.
Of course, most of the men had to go off to war, so the Schneider's plant started hiring women, and that's when I started there. The first thing I was told was that if something wasn't good enough to be served to your family, then it didn't go out of the plant. That was the golden rule, plain and simple.
At Schneider's, we're still committed to the same high standards in everything we make. Because after all,
You can taste the difference quality makes.
Here's what's happening on the island.
This December, experience Milner Christmas magic at Milner Gardens. Walk through glowing trees, dazzling with lights, listen to live music, and visit Santa. Find out more at milnergardens.org. Celebrate this holiday season with the Naden Band and their annual Christmas concert in support of the Salvation Army Christmas Toy Drive. Admission is just $7 plus a new unwrapped toy donation. Tickets sell quickly. Buy yours today.
That's what's happening on the island. Jordan Cunningham is here now with sports and some pretty entertaining sports, too.
I don't even know if they're considered sports. That's coming up later, Eric. Thank you. The only thing harder than getting to the top is, of course, staying there. And the Lambert Park Senior Boys Basketball Squad has a bit of hype to live up to this season. The team that didn't make the provincial tournament last season is now the top team in the province.
Well done.
This elf has a few years before he cracks the lineup, but a festive atmosphere on the floor at tonight's practice. Lambert will not be hosting their annual Santa Slam tournament for the first time in 20 years. Instead, they're playing an Oak Bay's tournament featuring some of the top AA and AAA teams on the island. The preseason win streak stands at 6, including a win over AAA powerhouse Carson Graham from North Van.
We have most of our kids returning from last year. We didn't graduate anyone, and we had a strong junior team. So some of the newcomers really going to add to our lineup. And right now we're 6-0. We played 6 ball games. We won them all. We're optimistic about what's going to happen this year.
Number one, feeling the pressure?
Yeah, our coaches made sure we don't get our heads too filled with that, so we're always playing to win.
You know, to come in and for people to say that we're ranked number 1 is a big honor, and it's a lot to live up to. But we're ready to work and to prove it.
Well said, young man. More with Lambert basketball tomorrow on A News at 5. Suspensions could be waiting for Cowichan Valley Capitals head coach Dale Purinton. The CIVI says they are reviewing an incident that happened last night in Duncan involving the coach. It was an incident that started on the ice, but tempers soon flared on the bench.
This is Patterson takes down Diaz.
The incident occurred with just a few minutes left between the Caps and Grizzlies game. It started on the ice between the two benches. With just a few minutes left to play, the Caps were leading 5-3 when this was basically a line brawl that broke out. Now watch closely as water bottles come flying across the screen. Now those little missiles were being pitched by Purinton in the direction of Grizzlies coach Vic Gervais. Purinton was restrained by a member of his own coaching staff and trainer. The league is expected to hand down their decision tomorrow. The Grizzlies and Caps will face each other again on December 28th, the 30th, and on New Year's Eve. Canada's top junior hockey players are not getting much sleep tonight. Preliminary cuts are being mulled over by Coach Dave Cameron and his staff. The roster is finalized Wednesday morning, and Victoria's Tyson Berry has a good shot of being on it. Tyson notched 1 assist in tonight's inter-squad game in Toronto. Tyson was late cut at last year's selection camp. And for kids like 17-year-old Ryan Murphy, it's his first taste of world junior pressure.
As for experience-wise, I think age will come into a factor, but other than that, I don't think they notice me out there being a younger guy, other than I'm wearing a big noticeable cage, but I don't think that's a big deal. Everyone has a lot of talent out there, but I just gotta play my game and use my speed to my advantage, but then again, everyone has speed out there, so I just gotta wait for my chances to join in the rush, and hopefully everything will work out.
Best of luck to Ryan and, of course, to Tyson Berry. Now it's official. Victoria's Gary Reid has hung up his track spikes. The 29-year-old made the announcement this afternoon saying he no longer has the drive to commit to the training required to compete for a medal at the 2012 Olympics. Now, Reed retires as the Canadian record holder in the 800-meter event, and Gary is going to pursue a career in real estate starting next week in Vancouver. Now, speaking of retirement, yes, we love you, Brett Favre, but it looks like he's one step closer to being put out to pasture. Brett's amazing streak of 297 consecutive starts has officially been snapped. Favre watched tonight from the sideline as his Vikings were schooled 21-3 by the Giants. Now, it's probably a good thing our friend Favre didn't play either. Backup Tavares Jackson was ragdolled by the G-men front four. He got sacked 4 times and was picked off once. 297 straight starts is an NFL record and stretches all the way back to 1992. Now, William Shakespeare once said, "When the sun shines, let foolish gnats make sport." And apparently the same applies to torrential rains, because on the Saanich Peninsula, several exciting new sporting pastimes have developed since Saturday's deluge. Lee was one of the brainchildren behind this awesome invention, towing your buddy behind a boat on a surfboard in a flooded potato field. Yes. Notice the lack of wetsuits as well on these hardy specimens. That is Darcy Horrigan on the surfboard, by the way. Check this out. This is somewhere in deepest, darkest Saanich. 10 feet of floodwater, a couple of kayaks, a partially deflated buoy, and you've got extreme kayak ball. Yeah, who says flood emergencies can't be fun? We salute these hardy South Islanders who decided to get the most out of their watery weekend. I'm kind of in awe. I don't know, I've never witnessed anything like that. 10 feet of floodwater, what do you do?
A story you'll only see here on this broadcast and never again.
I'm kind of proud of that.
Some pretty good camera work on the surfing.
Yeah, it was on a cell phone, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, a couple of guys, a couple of boats, and we've got some YouTube magic.
This could spark the YouTube craze for these guys. You
never know.
All right, thanks, Jordan.
You're welcome.
A group of Greater Victoria students were treated to a presentation today that was literally out of this world. Still to come tonight, Canadian astronaut Robert Thirst talks to students about his trip to the International Space Station and the effects of zero gravity on the body.